Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To me dan Suhaila. Now, I and my team will present about the comparison between job analysis method and human resource planning method. So before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Alif Hurairah bin Nur Haladin. So firstly, we will elaborate about the job analysis method. They have 4 methods of job analysis. So I will pass to Farah for the continue the presentation.
Assalamualaikum. Thank you, Alip. My name is Farah Nur Anis binti Abdul Muiz. So basically, job analysis information can be gathered in a variety of ways. One consideration is who is to conduct the job analysis. Most frequently, a member of the HR staff coordination this effort depending on which of the method discussed next is used. Other who often participate are managers, supervisor and employees doing their jobs. For more complex analysis, industrial engineer may conduct time and more motion studies. Another consideration is the method to be used. Common methods are observation, interview, questionnaire and also diaries. Combination of this approach frequently are used depending on the situation and the organization. Each of these methods is discussed in some details next. So the first method is interviewing. The interview method of gathering information required that a manager or HR specialist visit each job site and talk with the employees performing each job. A standardized interview form is used most often to record the information. Frequently, both the employees and the employee supervisor must be interviewed to obtain a complete understanding of the job. So there are some typical interviews questions include such as what is the job being performed, what are the major duties of your job position, and what physical location do your work. The interview method can be quite time consuming, especially if the interview talk with 2 or 3 employees doing each job. Professional and managerial jobs often are more complicated to analyze and usually require longer interviews. For this reason, combining the interview with one of the other method is suggested. So for the second method is questionnaire. Questionnaire is a widely used method of gathering data on jobs. A survey instrument is developed and given to employee and managers to complete. The typical job questionnaire often covers the areas shown below. The major advantage of the questionnaire method is that information on a large number of jobs can be collected inexpensively on a relatively short period of time. However, the questionnaire method assumes that employee can accurately analyze and communicate information about their job. Employee may vary in their perception of the job and even in their literacy. For this reason, the questionnaire method is usually combined with interview and observation to clarify and verify the job, such as financial or budgeting input, external and internal contact, and also knowledge, skill and abilities used. Next, I will pass to Fariza to continue the other 2 methods of job analytics.
Thank you, Farah. Assalamualaikum. My name is Fariza binti Suhaili, and I will continue about observation and diary. Let's proceed with observation first. What is observation? Observation is the action or process of closely observing or monitoring something or someone. When a job analyst observes an employee as the research subject, the job analyst has to monitor, watch and record the behavior of research subject without any direct contact. Observation can take several forms, but the most often used method involve direct observation, whereby someone not directly involved in the task performance. For example, the supervisor and job analyst observe workers as they complete their tasks. Generally, an observer will record using notes, checklists or questionnaire on what, why and how of various aspects of the work. Other form of observation include having supervisor record or record particular effective or ineffective workers' behavior, or video recording worker task performance for later analysis. For advantage of observation is that it is not a subject or problem of selective recall, Or are there reporting bias on the part of workers, but there is a potential bias in terms of what is recalled? However, for some job, it may be possible to observe key aspect of the job, particularly for work that has a large mental or knowledge component. That's all with the observation. Now, let's take a look with diary or logbook. Diary or log require employee to do self-observation by keeping a log or a diary of all job duties done during the course of specified time period. This will capture all the tasks and duties the employee perform and also the frequency with which the tasks are performed. A diary will help managers record employee project and behavior in one location, clearly recording significant and relevant example of employee performance helps managers write objective performance summaries. This can produce a very complete picture of the job, especially when they're supplemented with the subsequent interviews with the workers and the supervisor. Recording events in a diary every week, however, becomes overwhelming when manager have 7 employees. Instead of ask each employee to keep a diary of his or her achievement, review this information with their employee once every week. Give regular specific feedback, both affirmative and corrective. This ensure the manager keep themselves informed of their employees' works and demonstrate that manager care about his or her current work and achievement. When a performance evaluation is due, study the employee's diary along with the manager notes, if any, from their weekly meetings. Managers should not have a dig through their file or seek report from various sources. Manager will accumulate all the data they will need in one place to help them prepare an effective performance evaluation statement and discussion. In order to have a good information about the job, the diary or log should be updated. That's observation and diary. Let's proceed with Munira.
Thank you, Fariza. Assalamualaikum. I'm Munira binti Sabli. So let us move to forecasting. Forecasting is the process of making prediction of the future based on past and present data, and most commonly by analysis of trends. For human resource, it involves projecting labor need and the effects they will have on a business. And human resource department forecast both short and long-term staffing need based on project sales, office growth, attrition, and other factors that affect a company need for labor. Under forecasting, they have two approaches. The first one is qualitative method and the second one is quantitative method. For qualitative forecasting method is based on the opinion and judgment of consumer. It contains observation. The ever-changing environment in which organization operates contribution to this situation. When gathering such data, we should minimize interaction with the subject of the observation. Second one is quantitative method. It involves the use of statistical mathematical technique used to forecast future data as a function of past data.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Hamid Zibiroma. Next, I will proceed to skill inventory and replacement chart. What is skill inventory? Skill inventory is a compilation of special abilities, skills, education, and experiences of current employees. Organizations use these inventories to assess whether current staff can meet company goals. Few areas where skill inventories is recruiting. Tracking abilities, skills of current employees allows an organization to identify skill gaps that can be filled by outside applicants. These inventories help guide a hiring decision that will ensure management has the manpower necessary to meet the company and future needs of the organization. Management inventories can be defined as when data are gathered on managers. Next, I will proceed to replacement charts. Replacement chart is a forecasting technique used in succession planning to help company visualize key job roles, current employees, and existing future vacancies. These replacement chart should be updated regularly or at least annually in response to fluctuation and economic condition. Finally, what is succession planning? Succession planning is a process of developing, tracking, or identifying key individuals for executive position. That's all for me. I will pass to Ali Furaira. Thank you very much.
For a conclusion, job analysis method is the systematic process of collecting information about all parameters of the job. So it is a basic responsibilities, the behavioral skills, and the physical mental requirement. So normally human resource managers such as job analysis is responsible for collecting information for the job analysis by using 4 methods, and by human resource planning method to ensure that they have a required number of employees that require skills that are available when needed for the organization. So basically they have a comparison between job analysis method and the human resource planning method, but both of the process needed for the organization. Right, that's all from our team. Thank you.